It is a delight to welcome you to our webinar this evening. My name is Stephen, and I'm the chair of ICAHD UK. ICAHD, if you're not familiar with our organization, is an international coalition against house demolitions, challenging apartheid, and building a shared democracy in historic Palestine. Linda will share a little bit more at the end of our webinar about how you can be involved. We encourage you to become a member of ICAHD and receive our monthly newsletters and join us for our annual conference coming up in a few weeks' time. But more about that at the end of our webinar. We're delighted today to invite two guests. Rashed Khudairy is the coordinator of the Jordan Valley Solidarity Campaign based in Badala in the north of the Jordan Valley. And Rashed is going to be joining us in a moment or two. Our second guest is Khalil Al-Hathaleen, who is head of the Al-Khair Council in the South Hebron Hills, southeast of Hebron, and he's the brother of murdered Awdah Al-Hathaleen. Khalil is going to share with us more about what happened regarding his brother. We're going to start with Khalil, and we invite you to describe life in your community and what happened to your brother when he was murdered. How did the village react? Can you describe more about what happened as a consequence of that? And our hearts go out to you and your family. We are so sad to hear what happened to your brother in July, but we would welcome the opportunity to hear firsthand what happened. So thank you, Khalil, for being with us this evening.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for giving me space to speaking. Are the sounds good?
Yes.
First of all, my name is Khalil from Kharbat Umm Al-Khair, 39 years. I have 3 daughters and 1 son. We are born in Kharbat Umm Al-Khair. Kharbat Umm Al-Khair, this is the village south of the Hebron Hills. There is the gate of the Masafir Yatta, one of the village of Masafir Yatta and the Bedouin community. We live here 300 persons, 37 families, all of them refugees, Bedouin family, dependent for the life source for the sheep and the goat. Kharbat Umm Al-Khair, no service. Before 4 days, there is cut electricity and the water for the village. No school, no clinic. The school in Palestine start since 3 weeks. The kids cannot go to the school because if there is go to the closed community to teach on the school, we need throw past the road, which the settlers all the time work in this land and close the road and attack the kids for the school. Since 3 weeks, the kids cannot go to the school. And as you know, I am farmers and all the village depended for the goat and the sheep. What the settler doing? The settlers take all the land, all the mount, all the land around the village, make the village a big jail. The goat and sheep cannot go out, destroy the family. This has make the families very poor family. We are, I tell you, 300 persons in bad life, no any service. And about what happened, the settlers try to transfer the people by doing every day, attack the people in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, attack the sheep, attack the goat, attack the person, attack the house, attack everything, destroy the land. You imagine my mom attack my mom 3 times in 1 month. And you know what happened? Killed my brother. And now the problem is the police and the army try to protect the settlers, not make anything for him. When I am called the police and the army and tell him the settlers in my house, destroy my house, the police arrive after 1 hour, for example, and they maybe arrested me. They didn't hear to me. I cannot speak with him. And another problem, who's work now in the army? Settlers with the address of army. Settlers, no, in the south, violent settlers with army address, working and without rules. This is the situation in Kharbat Umm Al-Khair, and we have the big problem for Kharbat Umm Al-Khair, the demolition of the house. Since 2007 until now, 96 house demolition. All the house demolition. And we have a small house for iron, for there is have order of demolition. Maybe at any time come demolition all the village. What is the reason? There is not allowed to get the family permit to build. No, I come to this land, I am refugees, come to this land in 1948. The settlement start when? In 1981. And every year take more land of my family land. Take more land, more land, more land. And until now, take all the land. We don't have a land now. This is the small data for Kharbat Umm Al-Khair. Would you like to complete or go to the Rashed now?
Can you tell us more, Khalil, about what happened to your brother?
Yes. In 28th of July, last July, there is the settlers, his name Yinon Levy, bring bulldozer to work in the middle of the community, my community, try to preparing the land to put a new caravan beside the village. And he worked all the day, didn't anyone make a problem for him. And when he finished the work, he tried to open a new road. This road throw in the middle of my village, destroy all of the trees, destroy the playground for the kids, destroy the go out to try to stop the bulldozer. He didn't like to stop, attack my cousin Ahmed by the bulldozer in the head, and complete. Yinon Levy was in the same place, but not the driver. He was carry gun in the same place. My brother Awdah, he was 31 years. He have 3 kids. He was activities and a peaceful man, and all the time help the community. He was the voice for the community for all the world. He was inside the community center, carry his kids, Muhammad, 3 years, and filming what happened. Yinon Levy, after that, Yinon Levy start shooting 2 bullet, one in the right, one in the left. Unfortunately, one of this attack my brother in the heart. My brother fell in the ground inside the community center with his kids. His kids was Muhammad, 3 years, have a t-shirt white, all the t-shirt blood, the hand of the kids blood, all the blood, pool of blood. Yeah, very, very crazy thing. I was in the same place. I heard the woman, all the people crying, and sound one of the my community killed. In this moment, I didn't imagine he's my brother, because all the work all the time in the night, protected the village, to see if the Sattar is coming to attack the village, and in the day he's sleeping. In this day, no, all the coming, and when I between where is Audi follow fall and me 25 meters. I feeling 25 years. I cannot walk. When I arrive him, I think he's died in the same place. Try to make a first aid for him and carry his kids Muhammad to another place, to the safe place. And after that, no ambulance, no anything. The army coming and carry him to the ambulance for the army. When carry him, Yinon Levy attack the people and attack the army until the army don't go, don't make anything for him. And he smiled to kill him. And when arrived the ambulance, my mom tell him, I must see my son the last time. And Yinon Levy attack my mom in the head, the 3rd time. And what happened after that? A lot of army and the police coming in the village, make the village army area, close all the gate, all the road, everything, and take all the people, all the community in one house. You imagine in one house, and close the house. If you speak, attack you by the guards, by the gun, by everything, by the dog. Attack everyone speak. You cannot speak. Take all the people in the guest in my mom house and close the house. 300 person, all the community coming. 300 person in small house, women, kids, and close the house. And after that, the police and the army bring Yinon Levy, showing the people, and he choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arrested all my brother. Leave me alone. Killed my brother and arrested all my brother. No anyone with me. After that, one of the doctor in Beersheba and Soroka hospital called me, tell me must tell your mom your brother has died. This is I think it is bad moment in my life. How to tell my mom? My mom very sick. She has a problem for the heart. What can doing? I tell my mom, and my mother bring ambulance of my mom and go to the hospital and destroy all the family, really. And after that, after the second day, arrested more people, more from attack the community every night, research inside the house, and take not allowed to bring the body of my brother 11 days. You imagine 11 days wait the body to bring the body, not allowed to bring the body.
Khalil, thank
يعني
you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Please pass on to your family our deep condolences for the murder of your brother, Awdah. We're going to come back to you, Khalil, in a little while to tell us more about the situation in South Hebron Hills. But thank you for what you've shared. Our other guest speaker today is Rashed. Welcome, Rashed Khudairy, coordinator of the Jordan Valley Solidarity Campaign. The campaign works to protect Palestinian existence and unique environment of the Jordan Valley by building international backing and supporting communities on the ground. It's good to have you with us, Rashed. Could you please describe for us what's happening in the Jordan Valley, especially concerning those who live in the herding communities?
Hello, everyone, and good evening, ladies, gentlemen. And I would like to say some word in Arabic to Muhammad. محمد يعني عظم الله أجركم والله يرحمه أخوي، يعني عزانا واحد إحنا وممكن إنه مقصرين معاكم،
حياك الله
ولكن
ما
والله عزانا واحد يا أخوي، يعني إن شاء الله
حياك الله
ربنا
بارك الله
يشفي
فيك
الجميع، ربنا يشفي الوالدة يا رب.
يا رب.
Rashed, do
Yes,
you have video as well as audio, or is it just video or just audio? Welcome,
okay.
I can
I
see
am
you.
just sitting outside next to my wife. I just came back from a huge work. But anyway, first, I'm really proud of ICAHD and the whole international organization and activist who's really still looking around us about all this attacks and harassment and trying to take our voice. I'm really proud of you and really thanks about all your solidarity and support. About the Jordan Valley area, it's as you know, I think most of you that they know Jordan Valley. It's one of the strategy area for different reasons. First, it's the only Palestinian border for the whole Palestinian population in the West Bank. It's from Jordan Valley, from Jericho town, which is mostly lost. 3 days ago, the main border, King Hussein border, it was blocked because it was an Jordanian fighters who shooting, I think, Israeli military there, and the punishment the whole Palestinian to not allow to go out or to come in to Palestine through the King Hussein borders. And the second part, why is the Jordan Valley? We are talking about a huge area, very rich soil, very rich of water resource. We're talking about 30% of the West Bank. It's in the Jordan Valley. And yeah, it used to be the main Palestinian breadbasket food before the 67 war. Jordan Valley after Trump president and Benjamin Netanyahu president, who was talking last 8 years ago or less about the annexion of the Jordan Valley, everything there start to be really exchanging, and there was Israeli creating a new kind of policy used against the civilian who still living and resisting in the Jordan Valley. We are talking about the Palestinian farmers, Palestinian community, Bedouin community, and the huge village and the small community there. Even after 7 of October, you know, the Israeli government and the Israeli settlers, they start having a huge plan and attacked in the Jordan Valley. When we are talking about the north of the Jordan Valley, to Bas Governorate area, they are building since 7 of October until now 6 new outposts in a different line, different geography area, and all it was organizing for controlling and isolate our land and our farm. When we are talking about the north of the Jordan Valley to Bas Governorate area, we are talking about 420 kilometers square area. Now 70% of this area we are not allowed to access. We are not allowed to access to our farm, to our field, the agriculture farm which we was mostly planted in the winter, planting as wheat or chickpeas, and even some of the land that where our shepherds have to raise the sheep and the goats. That means the Israelis, they start isolate the land for building a new outpost to control the land, not for because there is no space. The outpost, they can build it in 10 kilometers square, but in the same time, they are controlling 5,000 to 10,000 dwellings. And when you are talking about 6 new outposts last 2 years ago, that means they are really controlling a huge land. This is the way how they can destroy and they broke our agro business and our agro or income. And in the same time, the settlers, they have a special plan for displacement our community and village. Since last 2 years ago, we are talking about Khirbet Samra. In this community, it was around 13 family, 10 family, it was displacement. Jamal community, there was 14 family there. There 14 family, it was displacement totally. Khirbet Bzik, it was 10 family. The 10 family, they are displacement totally. And Hammamat al-Maleh community, including Al-Burj community, it was a huge attack last 2 months ago by the settlers. They coming at 2 at night time when the family was sleeping. They stealing from Suleiman and Sulaiman family around 70 goats and sheep and take them away. And later the settlers, they shoot them and they kill the whole sheep. The rest of the family who was living there, they was really very scared to be anymore in the community, and they take the whole sheep and goats, the rest of the family around the 12 family from Hammamat al-Malih community, they take the whole sheep and goats and they live to other village and area. Some of them, they go to the south of the Jordan Valley to Al-Awdah village. Some of them, they came to Bardala village in the north. Some of them, they go to Tiasir village. And the rest of the family, they're still resisting there. There is around 6 family, they are still resisting in Hammamat al-Malih community, and they are really, really scaring. This is one kind of the settlers of attack. The other kind of settlers attack that they are going at least every week, 2 to 3 times to each community, each house in the Jordan Valley, sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night time, you know, by they using like ETV, or they using a special truck that they can really come through the mountain or through the main road to go around the family house, sometimes to the family house to check the house, stealing some sheep, stealing the water tank, stealing the solar panel, destroying. Even if the family try to protect what they have, they will beat them and calling the soldiers to arrest them at least for a couple of hours. They can demand them for a couple of hours. This is kind of policy by making each person in each community, in each house, not feeling safe to be there, safe to sleep at the night or even in the daytime. Some of the family, they make like
I think we've lost Rashed. Internet reception in the Jordan Valley is not good at times, so we hope we'll be able to go back to Rashed. In a moment, I'm going to invite Khalil to share more about what the situation is in the South Hebron Hills. But to all participating, please, if you have questions for Rashed or Khalil, please put them in the chat so that we can then direct them to our guest speakers. And please make sure that you remain muted during the presentations. Khalil, we invite you to speak again, perhaps go into a bit more detail about the settlers coming into your community, Al-Khair. Sounds very similar to what's happening in the Jordan Valley too. I believe there have been some demolitions. What kind of life is still possible for you? You've shared a little bit about the schooling, but what about access to food, to hospitals, etc.? And how are the farmers coping? Tell us more, Khalil.
Yes. Kharbat Al-Khair, like any village in the Masafar Yatta and in the South Hebron Hills, we are suffer from 45 years, but everything changed after 7th of October. What happened? No rules. The settlers come every day coming in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. What they doing? There is coming. Thief the goat, kill the goat, attack the woman, attack the kids. You imagine, come inside the house and attack the people and beat the people inside the house and take all the land. Take all the land. No, now no any land you can use it for the goat and the sheep. No. And this is all the time. All the settlers been given the government give him a gun and a truck and a small caravan. Come outside and buy strong, take everything. And in the night, coming. In the afternoon, coming. In the any time coming and make a big problem for the community. For example, I make like put one question and tell my community 300 person what you need. What you need. Ask everyone, kids, women, what you need. You know, all the people what they answer? Sleep one night safe. Sleep one night safe. Because all the people in the world wait the night to sleep well to take a rest. No. In my community, another community, we hate the night because there is coming the night. Not make the people, not do the people sleep well. For me, I cannot sleep in the night because come inside my every day. Come inside my house in the night. No safe. I ask all the people, what you need? We need sleep one night safe. And we have international people, volunteer people all the time. But this is not enough. We need the voice arrive for all the world. Please stop the settlers, violence of settlers. Stop the what they're doing. And all the settlers take all the land. This is become the family, very poor family. You know, imagine, I know some family mix the sugar and water to drink, to give the kids, because they cannot bring the milk. Some family cannot bring the basic food for her kids. Some of the family cannot bring the new bags for school. And what's the problem? The government of Israel try to transfer the people, and the government of Palestine, this is Area C, the controlled by Israel government. Where are you going? Both of government don't care about the people. Where are you going? No clinic. You know, imagine if I need to go to the doctor, I must go to the Hebron. We need 2 hours to arrive the Hebron. There is many gates into the city, and all the time the army could close the gate. No schools in my village. 300. I have 65 kids in the school. No school for him. No bus to carry him. All the time, if the kids go walk by the near school, 2 kilometers, what happened in the road? The settlers come and attack him. The family tell me it is not safe to go to the school. The kids cannot go to the school. Stay. The school start 3 weeks. No anyone go to the school. And what do you ask? Ask the Palestinian government or the Israel government? No anyone care about what happened in the south. And you know Said Al-Amour in my community, in the Arkees. This is one of the community of Masavriyat. The settler shooting him and and in the hospital cut his leg. And after that, he coming to stay in his home. Every day attack him. Attack my village every day. You know, imagine that in the last April, come in the community, attack all the women. And when we bring the ambulance for the woman, there is the settlers not allow the ambulance carry the woman. And the police, what happened? What happened? Yinon Levy killed my brother. How many did he stay in the jail? No, he stay in the house one day, and after that he come to my community beside my house to complete the work. There is built a new settlement outpost in middle of the community. And in the same time, which supply the new caravan by electricity and the water, cut the electricity and the water for my community. You imagine 300 persons without electricity and water, 4 days. I have goat and sheep. I have animals. I have old people need a care, need a medicine. And when you call the police and the army, the police tell you, I cannot make anything for you. This is a big problem. Now the government of Israel, this policy for settlement, take all the land. There didn't like to stay any Palestinian in Area C. But the community and the family need the voice arrive for all the world to support him to stay in the land. And we know that we need more international and more volunteer people to come to stay to try to protect the people. No, I am afraid. Really, I am afraid. Maybe tomorrow coming and killed me and killed anyone in my community. There is killed my brother. Why? Because he is filming what happened. And you know about the demolition of a house. There is coming early at 6 a.m. and 5 a.m. when the people sleep inside the house. Take him out. The army take him out by strong and demolition the house. This is make a big problem for the community. You know, some kids in my community cannot speak well. Because afraid. And now I speak with you. If any other army coming and bulldozer my daughter, afraid come under the table and the chair. We have a big problem for the kids. Who can stop them? In my demolition 96 house in my community, and other house have ordered demolition. Maybe at any time come demolition all the village. Who can stop him? No anyone can stop him. If I try to stop the settlers, the army coming and the police attack me. Go to the court. Paid 5,000 shekel and maybe stay in the jail 10 days, 1 month. Then the settlers must beat you and you are silent, don't make anything. This is the rules now. No justice in the world. Killed my brother and come to work in my house, beside my house.
Khalil, thank you so much for sharing. Very emotional listening to you, and we feel very frustrated. But as we give you a chance to wrap up after Rashed has spoken one more time, we hope that we can be thinking of specific things we can do to help, lobby, campaign, or as you've said, we need volunteers. So thank you for what you shared, Khalil. Rashed, welcome back. We're sorry we got cut off, but we want to invite you to speak perhaps for another 10 minutes about the situation in the Jordan Valley. We've heard from Khalil about the situation in the South Hebron Hills, but tell us more about what's happening in the Jordan Valley, particularly what it's like with water restrictions, homes and villages being demolished, people being displaced, and just tell us more about the situation there and perhaps more about how we can show solidarity with you. Rashed, the floor is yours.
Thank you, dear friend. Yeah, it's you can imagine that we are all in the same situation as Jordan Valley and South Hebron Hill. We are really in an isolated area from education, from health service, no safe. It's exactly what our friend is mentioning. Now we started dreaming just to have one safe night, just to really sleep, just to really relax. In the feeling that you can sleep. That's something we start really miss it, not just as an activist. We're talking about the community, the women, the children, the farmers, everyone. Now, in front of international as Palestinians, we have to make watch and keep eyes open at night time. And sometimes the man they keep wake up until 1, 2 in the morning. And when he go to sleep, he ask his wife or one of his son, to keep eyes open, to try to save his family, to save the sheep, to save the farm. There is no limited for the Israeli attack and harassment about the humanity being. They don't care anymore about animals. They don't care natural, whatever, anything they can really punishment, beat, attack, harassment. They have an open support in this Israeli urgent law now through the Israeli army and through the Israeli police support direct, very clear. All this is crimes, small genocide, different kind of crimes. Our people, they are really suffering to access to even to the doctor, to the hospitals, to the healthy clinic, to the school, to the university, to the farm, to the land. It's everything like we don't feel any more safety. Even when you drive in the high road in front of the Israeli cars and settlers, we cannot really feel safe because even in the high road, they try to stop us, to try throwing stones to our cars. It's really horrible. One of the main issue, that we can really talk about it, this is kind of all attack and harassment and the crimes and genocide happen, because there is no international law to protect civilian who's under occupation, which that make us more scaring and more worried about the future because that means there is no democracy in the whole world. It's enough to look to the Middle East as, Arabian or as, not white and not having a blue eyes. I mean about the whole government that they have to really to wake up, to really to see the fact how they have to really to end the occupation, to put each Israeli ministry or whatever, under international law. This is how we can really protect the humanity being, how we can really protect the international law. And in front of what we really water issue is start to be a really problems, you know. The same, the food for family, for the food for the sheep, the goats, is start to be really problems, you know. Uh, People now, they cannot really access anymore to the water resource, even in a big village. Like when you talk about Bardala and Beda, Kardala village, you're talking about 7,000 population who's living in this village. The small community that we mentioned before, the 10 family or 3 families still resisting there and there. You know, sometimes they have to wait 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days to have some drinkable water for the family and for the sheep that they have it. And they are the military, the settlers, everyone keep eyes, you know, in the road, in the water resource to try not allow us to access to any of water resource, because they know that if we cannot access to the water resource, that's mean we will easier be displacement. They will win and kick us outside of the Jordan Valley area. This is what they are fight. You know, they're fighting for our resource of life to broke our life. This is why they kill our sheep, our goats, because they know this is how we can have income. This is how we can make some money to live. And they know how to broke the population life through our economic, through our water resource, even through our education. Now, it's even like we can make a call to have like a teacher volunteers and doctor volunteers, you know, political volunteers, not just like a normal. They have everyone to join, you know, to be in the Palestinian school, to be in the Palestinian medical center, to be everywhere, to try put more pressure to Israeli government, you know, and to be there as a witness about all these crimes, to see all this thing by your eyes, how they are really uh, breaking the main life for civilian who try just to be there, just to have a normal life and a safe life. That's very important, you know, and it's more very important to filming, writing about all this harassment and attack as settlers they are doing through the Israeli government support, and try to sharing and to make an archive about all this kind of attack and harassment, because one day all those settlers, all those people who is making this kind of violence and attack and harassment, they have to be and under the law, and through international witness, through international, you know, eyes witness and reports and filming, all this thing, it's really important. One day we can use them, I hope, you know, if we are really believing that international governance and international law, they can take them to the international court. This is what I can really, you know, like we have hope, we still fighting, we still supporting the different communities, the right of education, the right of water, even the medical and health service, you know. We put ourselves under the risk, under all this, you know, hard situation. Sometimes to arrive to my village, which is far away, 25 kilometer, I have to drive 3 hours, and I can access, or maybe I cannot access, you know, which is far away, just 20 minutes. But I have to drive 3 hours to access, because like we have two main checkpoints in the north, Yasira and Al Hamra. Sometimes they open in the 24 hours, just 6 hours, without any giving any reason why, without establishing or mentioning which time they will open, which time they will be blocked. Even sometimes when it's open, and if the soldiers check your ID and you are from Jordan Valley, okay, you are Rashid, okay, you are not allowed to access inside, you are not allowed to enter to the valley, go out. You know, it's they create every hours, every day is a new plan, a new law, without really limited level for breaking everything around us in our life. This is how they're trying to break our power and hope to be there. We still
Rashid,
fight
sorry,
to
carry
resist
on.
and get to be, living in our land, and we keeping to be there. We decide that this is what we believe.
Existence is resistance, or resistance is existence. Rashid, thank you so
Exactly.
much for sharing your very moving presentation about life in the Jordan Valley. I'm going to invite Linda to join us and to put to you and Khalil questions which participants have written in the chat. If you have a question, please put it in straight away because our time is limited. But over to you, Linda.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you both, Rashed and Khalil, for your extremely moving, distressing descriptions of what your life is like today. And I'm going to draw out some questions now from the chat line. Now, there was mention made of internationals who come to provide protective presence. So can you describe that a little bit? What does it mean to have an international staying in your village? What do they do that's making a difference with the settlers? Khalil, do you want to start with that? You said there were
Yeah,
some
but
internationals with you.
I think it is important the international people and the volunteer come and stay in the community or in the village. There is very important because this is the voice for the community when we stay in the village. And the second reason, try to protect the village. And when the settlers coming and see the international people filming, maybe, inshallah, stop to attack. And maybe help the volunteer international people help for some work in the community. Help the farmer for the goat and sheep, and all the time filming what happened. And when the international people and frontier come back to his country, there will be say the real thing happen, not by the eyes. I think the social media is fake now. Make everything is good and the one's back. No, if you like to see the real life, come and stay and try to protect the people. Uh, I think when in my community, if one night no international people and volunteer, the people cannot sleep. There is feeling more safe if anyone of international people stay in the village.
Very good. So, yes, one of the questions was what internationals can do. So it's to provide protective presence for you like that to go over there. Rashed, do you, just very quickly, Rashed, do you still have internationals in the Jordan Valley at all? And do you ever have Israelis coming to help provide protective presence as well? So Rashed, can you comment on that?
Yes, we have internationals, and we discover with them around 5 locations in different villages and community, and we make sometimes a switch between a community and other community, or between family and other family, because we cannot discover the whole communities or the whole families that they are really already they have many attacks and harassments. The international, as Khalil he's mentioning, that really is showing a really good solidarity. They are really helping because they can keep eyes at night, wake up. The family, they can have a rest and sleep. They can be as a witness. They can help in writing report, filming, and through different organization, we especially ISM movement, they offer a good training about for international. Some of the training they can be online. Some of the training they can be in the ground when they arrive, just to be sure that international they know what they can do, how they can deal. We give him a fake name, we give him the whole context they needed, like a lawyers or whatever, and we train them about the whole situation and how they have to be present in the ground.
Excellent. So that's very helpful. And everybody hearing this webinar here or listening to a recording later must remember that. so that we can help find more people to go to provide that protective presence for you. Now, we know as well in the chat line, there have been these comments about what internationals can do. It's to tell your story. Even hearing you tonight, these are stories we can take and tell others. What about trauma? And you've both talked about how it's difficult to sleep at night. Everything about your life is a worry for you. Will you have enough water? Will you have enough food? Can you get to the hospital? So is there anybody coming to help you with playing with the children, dealing with the trauma? Do you have any support?
Yeah, if you allowed me to answer, dear
Yes.
Khalil, it's, to be honest, dear Linda, we're trying to focus, I think, everywhere, about a really, really necessary thing. There is no even doctor around the world. There is a different doctors around the world, international organization from Spain and from France. They are not really access anymore since at least last 2 years ago to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
For us as a Palestinians, like we're trying sometimes to make this kind of a drama or theaters or security, activities to make a fun to draw, it's even is a risky. I mean, it's a risky because even some of the school, the settlers they attack, like a school in Berdara, the settlers they attacked 3 times in the Jordan Valley, which that's a school, it's in the middle and the center of the town they attack, which that's mean like me as a Palestinian, I will be worried to make any drama or any activities for the children because it's not safe to unite the children together in one place when is the whole village is not safe. You know what I mean? Like we need the psychological support for children, for family, for people who was really attacked, people who's not really not be allowed sometimes to sleep for 3 nights, 4 nights. All those people they need different kind of medical support, psychology support, or drama or whatever. But who can offer this? Like for us, we do all our best. Sometimes we spend as an activity, to work 16, 17 hours every day, crossing sometimes mountains to try to access to our village, to our activity, to the family that's having attack or family they need some water or some food. We put like all our life is under a risk, and that's even it's attacking us by as a psychology and to be like the whole every day is under this pressure and nervous and scaring and worried. This is attacking us. It's not just stealing our time and our land, but even they're stealing, our beauty of life, stealing our culture, our heritage, broken our life. We cannot really talk about our beauty of life because we don't have a moment to think about this is the beauty of life or beauty of our food. You know, it's the chance that we have it, it's really very limited, and the support that we have it, it's very limited.
Yes. In the chat line, we've seen how people are mentioning the work we have to do with our governments as we, as activists and people who care, go to our political representatives to really push them in this issue as well, and also to be involved in boycotts, BDS. So there is that. Now, do you have, I'll just say one thing I see, there's a new question. Do the police of the Palestinian Authority help you in any way? I don't think so, because you're in Area C. So the Palestinian police are not allowed there. This is under military control. That's the answer to that. What about medical aid for Palestinians? Do they have vans that can reach you anymore? Any type of mobile clinics? getting into Al-Khair or into the Jordan Valley and Masafayata? Any mobile
No,
clinic?
in Kharbat Al-Khair, there is no clinic, no mobile clinic. We was
Nothing
one
can come in.
in 2021, but I've stopped it for UNRWA, and now no any mobile clinic coming. If any sick women and kids, there is must go to another community. The closed community is 5 kilometers, for example. Mobile clinic come one day per a week. But the problem where there is not safe road to go. The settlers stay all the time in the road. It is not safe. Before 1 month after my brother died, one of the women he have a kids try to go to the mobile clinic. The settlers attack him in the road and broken his leg.
Yeah.
It is not safe.
No, very frightening. And Rashed, any mobile clinics at all reaching you in the Jordan Valley?
Sorry. Yeah, this is why when I say before, like we need like a really international doctors, international teachers, each person they feel they are professional in whatever we really need, because like the mobile clinic in the Jordan Valley, they stop it in the checkpoint many, many times and not allowed it to enter to the Jordan Valley because it's coming mostly from area A, from outside of the Jordan Valley. And last 5 months ago, we start establishing a new medical centers, but even we need a lot of kind of support, to make it really work. We we rent a big place. We make around 15 agreement with different doctors from West Bank, okay, special doctors and some doctors from 40. But one of the main issue, to have like in front of this, international doctors, international, fundraising, we need like a private mobile clinic that we can use it. We can offer it, inside the Jordan Valley with a driver from the Jordan Valley, with a doctor from the Jordan Valley in front of international doctors to allow them, to access to many communities and villages, at least, the thing that we can offer it, maybe we cannot like have the whole doctors or whatever, but at least for urgent, sometimes when the settlers or soldiers beating Palestinians, we use a normal cars to take him to the hospital.
Yeah.
Just a normal car without nurse, without doctors.
Yes.
It's crazy. The same
Yes.
issue. Like if anything attack about waters or important thing, we have to use our private cars.
Yes. Desperate situation.
Linda,
yes, Stephen.
Yeah, thank you for introducing some of the questions, and we're apologetic to our participants that your question was not answered this evening. We're nearing the end of our webinar, but we want to invite Khalil and Rashed just a minute and a half each to say what you want from us as Westerners, outsiders. How can we help you in any tangible way? Please summarize what you'd want to say to the international community tonight. Khalil, why don't you go first?
Okay, the first message. Please arrive the voice in the for
I didn't hear.
Because now it is very poor family. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rashed.
First, I hope that we can be all together to make one world without any borders, without any crimes. It's our pain, it's our time, it's our life, but I hope this is thing no one they can really see it again everywhere in the world, This is more than crimes, more than war, what's going on. And it's not just our problem as a Palestinians. It's the whole people as a human being. It's all our problem. And I hope we can be together, to over witness, to over volunteers, to over fundraising, to support at least the rest of family that we can really support, you know, and it's everything really need as water issue, education issue, medical issue. People, they are really in very, very hard time. Even Palestinian workers, no one talk about them. Palestinian workers, they lost a work last 2 years ago. There is nothing income. Even Palestinian who live in the refugee camp, who live in the main town, in Area A, everywhere in West Bank. And I hope, that everyone, even the international trade union, they can really take some kind of support for our workers, for our farmers, for our teachers, for our doctors, for our Bedouin communities everywhere. I hope that we can over, together. We can have a short meeting maybe later, to talk about some like small idea that we can really work together in it. And we are really appreciate all what you are doing, and it's really our really pleasure that you are still, thinking and supporting us in this hard time.
Rashed, thank you. And Khalil, thank you so much for your presentation tonight. You've given us an insight into the struggles you and your communities face in Palestine from the illegal, immoral, reprehensible occupation and settlement, the ethnic cleansing, the genocide that you're facing. Our hearts go out to you. We want to stand with you and with Jeff and others within ICAHD in Palestine and Israel. We want to work with you to see how we can make a difference, challenging the apartheid and building a shared democracy in historic Palestine. Thank you for your presentations. We'll make sure that if there are internet links to your work, we'll make sure that our community is made aware of them and can stay in touch with you. As we bring this presentation to a close, Linda, would you like to go through the 2 or 3 PowerPoint slides just to encourage everyone to come to our conference?
We have some slides.
To join ICAHD.
Thank you, Stephen. It's been wonderful having you lead this through this evening. Stephen is the chair of our executive committee. And Malcolm, can you please bring up the first slide, which is about ICAHD. We know that there are people who have joined us this evening who've come for the very first time. We hope you will stay in touch with ICAHD. We have chapters in Germany, the US, the UK, and of course, our home chapter is in Jerusalem as we resist apartheid and work to build a shared democracy in historic Palestine. And we work on political change, bringing a sustainable peace with justice. We have a very well-resourced website. We send out communications monthly. We have other webinars and other activities to help equip you, as I said, for campaigning. And we have a new project that we're getting off the ground, and it's called the Samud Project. And it is specifically to help people in the West Bank, in Area C, stay in their communities. And so we most definitely are looking to increase the engagement we have with people like Rashed and with Khalil. Check out our website and go to the Samud Project, and please donate to us so that we can help these people. Next slide. In terms of our activities, I just want to flag up that the next national demonstration for Palestine will be in London on the 11th of October. Check our website for exact details. Rashed and Khalil know that we're always present at these demonstrations that have attracted hundreds of thousands of participants. And the next one on the 11th of October, we want the largest ever. Let's see if we can get 1 million people on the streets in London on the 11th. Join us. Then we have a conference. Our annual conference is the 1st of November. And we're looking at the day after Gaza. How do we address the urgency of the political moment? And it's not just what's happening in Gaza. It's what's happening in the entire West Bank and East Jerusalem. The fact that the genocide is spreading. And we believe that's part of Israel's settler colonial program. So we have an extensive range of speakers and topics, again, bringing people together. This networking that can happen when you bring a large group of people together to learn together and to strategize on the way forward. And then the last slide is another idea for internationals, and that's to participate in one of our issue-based study tours that take us into the West Bank, lots of places, and within the state of Israel as well, because we also remember Israeli Palestinians and what they're living with. So the next tour is in November. It is safe to go on these tours. We stay in Bethlehem, which is safe. We stay in Nazareth, and we travel around in a tour bus. Solidarity means standing with the Palestinians at this time. Yes, there can be some risk to us as well, but they need us. They need us there to witness their lives, to learn their stories, as has been mentioned today, this evening. So let's go, let's meet them and come back and tell the stories. I've just seen that in the chat line, somebody has put something in about the Global Samud Flotilla. So we all must keep our eyes on that as well. This means everybody, everyone here, we do not have the luxury to sit back. We need to stay involved and active in this, really give it time and attention. So we can't sponsor anything in Gaza, as we as ICAHD don't have that ability, but we do have the ability to work with our partners in the West Bank. That's all from me. So I'm turning it back to Stephen for your final comments. Thank you. Thank you,
Linda. It's just for me to say thank you for participating tonight. Particular thank you to Rashed and Khalil. Please know that you are in our hearts, in our thoughts, and we want to show our solidarity through ICAHD, both here and Palestine, Germany, and the States. Thank you so much for participating. We look forward to seeing you soon, inshallah.